wineries in the Finger Lakes. Our interview with the Chief Operating Officer, Eric Frarey, taught us a lot about growing grapes.
So our next wine is our Heron Hill Reserve Grape Chardonnay. Macary's my family name. And again, it's just under 2 acres. Sustainable grown. We use no herbicides or pesticides. All hand-picked and hand-cut. My 3 generations. My dad's in there with us.
Wow.
My wife, my 2 daughters. So this is a Southern Chardonnay. Behind us here, this slate and shale really is indicative of the soil content here on Keuka Lake. And as the vines attain maturity, the taproot will go through that slate and shale and create some of the minerality that people speak of when they talk about Finger Lakes cool climate whites. And we're very proud to have that to be one of the component wines in our semi-dry Riesling.
Oh, that's cool. So what would you say, obviously there's 80 some wineries on the Finger Lakes, what would you call Heron Hill's differentiator?
Again, what makes us different, again, our founders, John and Josephine, we are the second farm winery in New York to receive our license, but our multiple estates, we have 30 acres on Canandaigua Lake and 20 acres here on Keuka Lake, and our sustainability and our commitment to let the fruit really come through and tell its own story without a lot of extra manipulation by us and our winemaker. Mm-hmm. Really gives us a point of difference. And Keuka Lake, really, although we're smaller, if you do some research, the history of grape growing and winemaking really started on Keuka Lake. And at one point, they had the largest wine company in the United States was based here in Hammonsburg.
That was Taylor at the time?
It was Garrett Wine Company.
Okay. And
they had an office in San Francisco and an office here on Keuka Lake.
I did not know that.
Yeah, check it out. There's some really interesting.
That's cool. And that's another good thing I love about seeing the wineries in the Finger Lakes is there's so many stories that people don't realize, like how much history we have here with wine and with just being in this. And so when you talk about these stories, it just makes it see how you feel proud to be a New Yorker.
Sure, and again, as I mentioned, we live here, we know it's a cool climate, but of course, the number 1 producing area for wine is California, and we know that's a warm climate. Washington State is number 2, but all the agricultural and the grape growing is east of the Cascade. So that's actually, you need irrigation. So again, another warm climate. New York being the 3rd largest producer, but we are the premier cool climate grape growing and winemaking region in the United States. And that it is something to be proud of, truly.
So, changing the subject entirely, where do you see yourself in 10, 20 years?
Well, Heron Hill will still be chugging along. We're in our 45th year. I know we're going to get to 50, and we're committed to that, but I'll be involved in the hospitality or the grape growing and winemaking aspect. Really, it's about being with people. And my philosophy is wine adds to everything, whether it's a meal or whether it's with friends, wine just adds value.
Well, one last one then. So what would make you the happiest of anything that you could do at this winery?
To continue to see the success of the Finger Lakes wineries and families come to the forefront of the wine business in the United States.
Well, you're a tremendous ambassador for not only Heron Hill, but the industry as well. And as I've said before, it's just so great to see all these winemakers working together to make this a better product for everybody. And it's not just making it better for them, it's elevating the level for all. And if people can care that much and they want to make it better, then it makes everybody better.
I agree. And through your travels today, you met with principals. The people that are involved are right at the top. The principals are there day to day, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, and that's great. Thanks very much for taking the time. Cheers.